Hey everyone, this is Ellie Mae with Swift Creek Customs, and today I am making a video to answer a user question on how to create easy peel stickers. Now I have two ways that I'm going to share in Leonardo Design Studio software for creating those. It is very simple. If this is your first time seeing a video, my name is Ellie Mae with Swift Creek Customs. I have been teaching Siser, Juliet, and Romeo cutting machines since they were released. I am also the author of the Beginner's Guide to Siser Juliet. If you are interested in more information on that, make sure to check out the links in the description below on this video. I will also include additional resources in the description for things we will cover in this video. So let's go ahead and get started and see how easy this is to create your own easy peel stickers. So on my screen are the examples that I am going to be using for creating a easy peel outline around your sticker, which I have seen is very, very popular among the sticker community. It is very easy to create. Basically, you are creating kiss cut and die cut lines. So we are going to go into the layers panel and I'll show you over here. This is the easiest way to understand what every single cut line you have on your design is going to do. The other way to create a easy peel sticker is to create and add a shape on there. And I have even seen where people have put like peel here, or they include their business logo here. You can do that if you'd like. I'm going to go through step by step the basic steps in setting this up. So first I'm going to come up here to a new design mat. We're going to start fresh and I'm going to set this up with my files. So I also have a link in the description below for the files that I am using. So I am just going to grab that same design so that we can use it. I have just opened my Siser Leonardo Design Studio software, so I am going to change this to 300 dpi. When you are working with graphic images, you do want to select 300 dpi so it comes in at the original size and resolution that the image was created at. 300 dpi, I'm going to use the print and cut option and choose next. And then I simply go through these stickers are created with a white outer border. That is just fine. I'm going to click on next. In most cases, I simply go through all of the panels first and see what the image is going to look like in the end. Most times I do not even need to do any additional changes to it. Now I am going to open my artboard panel on the right hand side. As you can see, it defaulted to a page size of A4. I am in the US, so I will be using a letter size. I'm going to change that to letter size. And then you can see I have red borders here. These are my print and cut. I'm simply going to grab my image and move it in. Those registration marks are a spacing that is close inside. Typically, for my personal own use, I fill the entire sticker page when I am printing stickers. So I am going to click on page marks up here and it's going to extend those. If you see red registration marks, that means something is wrong and you need to fix that. So now currently I have this initial design. I will go ahead and create this at this size and then I can scale it down before I go to cut my entire page or fill the page with stickers. If I move my mouse over top of my design, a little green border appears around the design. That is my cut line. When we look at this, I'm going to shrink this down here, the artboard. We don't need that to see that anymore, but I have to click on the magic area to close that down. So currently when I have this open, it comes in and it is, this says it is a cut. It is a print and cut, so your image is connected to your cut line. I'm going to come up here to the edit panel in the top left corner and I'm going to choose release cut contours and watch what happens in the layers panel. It is going to release the cut line from the image. This is important for us to be able to create another offset or build contours as it is called in Siser Leonardo. So here, the blue dot here, it tells it that it's the cut tool. The colors really don't matter except to you, and you set those settings on the Send tab. So whether you have blue or green selected, you can follow along exactly like I do, but you are the one in charge of what you designate those cut lines to be on the Send tab. So you can have whatever color you want here that is designated by the cut tool. Cut tool doesn't actually really mean anything because you are in charge of creating those settings. So I have my PNG image, and then I also have a cut line. I'm going to select that cut line. It'll show up a little bit gray here, and you can see the blue border around the design. I'm going to come to the bottom toolbar, and I'm going to choose the star, which is the build contours. So it's going to open up a new window. I'm going to choose editable contour. I only need it to cut. And then I'm going to select an offset color. Color really doesn't matter. It's just a visual right now on the screen. And I'm going to increase this. So this is going to, you can see the color is extending past the original cut line. I'm going to choose apply. Now here's where we can set up our settings. So on this cut contours, I'm going to do a kiss cut. Personally, I'm going to click on the little blue button and I'm going to choose fold score. Ignore that it says fold score. It is your kiss cut. It would be nice if we could change the names of those. Fold score. So now it has a little green dot. Now this is what is designated to me as a kiss cut. Under this shape here, you can see the color. That's my offset. I'm going to click that little area where there should be a dot. I'm going to choose cut tool. Now this is going to be the die cut. It's going to cut completely through the sticker sheet. Then we are going to be able to easy peel that little offset area off of our sticker, which makes our sticker an easy peel sticker. You could extend this offset as large as you need to make it for your design. Now what I'm actually going to do is, because I created this large and I'm going to scale it down, that offset's actually going to shrink down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. I'm going to select everything and I'm going to bring this down to the size of the sticker that I probably want. So let's say I want, let's do it at, yeah, that's about right. My daughter will like that. There's 100%. You can see how that is. And then I'm going to just place this over here. We can zoom in on it. So now we can see. So keep that in mind when you are creating your offset and stickers. Whatever size of that offset, if you're creating the design at a larger size, when you scale it down, it's also going to shrink all of that at the same scale. So now if I come in here, select cut contours. So I'm just going to do the same steps over again. I'm going to build contours and then editable contour, and I can change this to whatever color I want and then increase the size of this. Let's make it a little bit exaggerated so we can see it, and click apply. So now I have that offset. That's going to, what you see in this color, whatever color that is going to be what you remove, and then you have an easy peel sticker. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to choose cut tool, and that is going to be the die cut that we set up. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you the second way you can do this by adding a shape. I'm going to come up to File, Open, and open this file all over again. Do the same steps to open, 300 dpi, next, next, and I'm just going to go through all these screens the same way. Move this little guy over here and let's scale him down. About the same size. We'll zoom in here. He's a little bit bigger. That's okay. We'll use him as an example. Zoom in a little bit more. So again, here is our, if I click on this with my select tool, here is our image. Our cut line, the green around it, is connected with our image as a print and cut. I'm going to come up here with this design selected, choose edit. I'm going to choose release contours. That is going to release that cut contour, and if it helps, you can come in here and in this area you can change the name in the layers. Kiss cut layer. Okay, this is our sunglasses image 2. So this kiss cut layer, I can go ahead, I'm going to change this to a fold score. That is green is designated as my kiss cut. And then what I want to do here is I'm going to be adding a shape onto it. I'm going to select this layer, and I'm going to make a copy. So Control C, Control V, you're going to see that copy. So this is going to be my die cut layer. It is going to be a cut line on the top of the kiss cut. So the first one is going to do a kiss cut. The second cut is going to do a die cut in the exact location, except we are first going to move this underneath. So move it up on the layers panel that is underneath. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the eyeball, click the eyeball so we can turn those layers off. I can also click the lock, and that's going to lock them in place so I don't accidentally move them. Now I simply just need to draw a shape for my Easy Peel tab. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to draw a simple shape. If I hold my Shift key down, it's going to keep that shape proportional, and it's white. So I'm going to come in here and just change colors on it. And then I have this little shape. Now with this little shape, I'm going to left click and drag across both. And let's go back to our layers panel so we can see. First off, the circle is on top. I'm going to move this down towards my die cut layer. So they are both together. I'm going to select both the circle and the die cut layer. So these two layers are selected. I'm going to right click on that, either on the image or in the layers panel. I'm going to choose paths, and I'm going to choose weld. It's going to change that to the purple. That's okay because it was on top. I then am going to come in here, designated as a cut tool, which is going to be my die cut layer. So now if I turn these back on, I have a little Easy Peel tab on my sticker. So I can just simply grab a hold of that and then remove the sticker edge. So the green, this layer, is going to kiss cut around all of the edges of the actual sticker. And then the die cut is going to cut completely through, but include this little pull tab, or this little Easy Peel tab, I guess you could say. So you could use all kinds of different shapes. And like I said, I've seen people add in their business logo or peel here for instructions on what you're supposed to do with the little Easy Peel tab. You just have to set that up as a print and cut. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this entire page before I print, and then I will share a glimpse at the print and cut process, and I'll show you how these peel. So it took me about 20 minutes to fill this entire page. So I'm not going to make you watch that entire process. I did the exact same steps, but I wanted to share a couple more tips that I found when I was getting started. So you can open your designs individually and do each one individually, which in the beginning when you're working with the layers panel, and if you're renaming each of those layers, that can be a little easier and less confusing when you're opening up all of those files. However, if you wanted to open up several of the images and leave them at the original size, I'm going to do that here on the screen. I'm going to open these next images. I did about 4 at a time, maybe 5, and then just moved them and stacked them all on top of each other, and then I resized them all at once. So you can do that, but you'll also see that then they show up in the layers panel, and you have more things to work with and continue to scroll down in the layers panel. You're only going to have this if you are opening different images like I am here. For my example, I did not need a whole sheet of stickers. That was the exact same sticker file, but it just really depends on what you're working with. So I just continue to stack those and then resize those all together at the same time. Okay, now once I have my entire page, I'm going to make sure to save this because it's taken me a bit of time to get it exactly how I want it. I do fill this entire sticker page. I'm going to come up here to Send Design, click on Send for my print and cut. And then when you go to send this to the Siser Juliet or Romeo machine, make sure that you are placing the tip of your blade right here inside the bottom left registration mark before you start. That is the starting point for a print and cut. Not the caret, not the arrow, right inside the bottom left registration mark. I'm going to next send this to my printer. Click on print, send to print, make sure that my page size is correct, send to printer, and I am going to send this through my rear tray on my printer. I'm actually going to, let's see about, we'll click OK. And it's going to print to my printer. And then we will get it set up on the Siser. Oh, that just means I have to send it again. Sometimes I have to send it twice. Rear tray, hit OK. Even though I got an error, it went through the second time. I just click it again to see what happens. If you do encounter that error, it's something with the Wi-Fi, but it's common that I encounter that with my system. So once I have that, and it is the printed page, I'm going to take that to my Siser Juliet or Romeo, make sure to do test cuts, and then you're going to click on your cut contours. You can see I have green is designated as my kiss cut, and blue is designated as my die cut. So I'm going to uncheck my use cutter settings here, and then I need to set this up for my particular sticker paper. It is going to depend on your materials, on what you need to set your blade to in order to perform the kiss cut settings versus the die cut settings. That is going to vary by user and their setup, but the most important factor is the materials. So test cuts are the only way to know what that is. So I am going to take my printed sheet, I'm going to go over to my machine, and I'm going to do my test cuts and then come back here and change my settings if I need to before I send it to cut. So I placed my sticker sheet onto my cutting mat, moved the blade housing to a location where it was not going to cut on the sticker sheet, and performed my test cuts. The kiss cut first, and then I wrote that down and performed a second test cut for my die cut. It did not quite cut cleanly, so I did another test cut for the third one, wrote those settings down, and I'm ready to go. Now, once I have those test cut numbers, make sure to write those down so that you can come back to your software, and my cutting tool, that's going to be the blue dot, is my die cut. So I am going to change that to a force of 26. And then I'm going to select this little drop down, choose my fold score, which is actually my kiss cut settings. And whoa, it's for fold crease, but I used a speed of 10 for both, and then a force of 10, hit enter so that it actually takes a hold, and then just double check those settings. So cut tool, speed of 10, force of 26 for my particular sticker paper. It is not laminated, it has no covering on it. If you are using a laminate on top of it, you are going to have to increase those settings quite a bit because you are cutting through several layers of materials. So fold crease, I have a 10, speed 10, force 10. My cutting tool is a speed of 10, force of 16 for my sticker paper. I'm then going to choose send to cutter, and it's going to send that over. I'm going to make sure that I have Juliet selected because I was using Romeo last. Click OK, and then it's going to send to the cutter. It's actually going to show here my fold crease, or my kiss cut, which is green as I set it up, is a speed of 10. Force of 10. I'm going to uncheck this tool prompt because I'm not using the crease tool. I'm going to send the cut, which is blue, as a force of 26, speed 10. What you can see here on this screen is that those stickers with the easy peel tabs I created, you see a solid blue line around the entire design, including the little tab, and you see a little green here that's going to be the green kiss cut line for those particular stickers on all of those that I created that tab. Now I did find the offset was simpler to make. It's just a few steps. So that's what I went with. This one here, same thing. Blue line, which is my die cut, happening in the same place as my kiss cut line, which is going to happen first. The kiss cut will happen first, and then the die cut will happen after that. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and it's going to send it to the Juliet. And boy, is Juliet fast. This video is 5 times the speed of the reality. Now I'm going to go ahead and unload this. And then I'm going to flip my mat over on top of my protective sheet. So I've moved my protective sheet over here, and it doesn't really, you can't see that. Let me move Juliet out of the way here a little bit more and move my test cuts, which stuck to my desk. So I have the clear protective sheet or whatever mat you're using. I'm going to flip my mat over and I'm going to peel away the excess. And if it all worked with my test cuts, now we're left with all of my stickers on my page. I'm going to do the same thing so that my stickers don't curl. I'm going to pull off 2 of these examples. Let's use the first ones that I created and went step by step with, so you can see the easy peel action here. So we'll get the camera. So the first one, offset, which I have seen is a very popular, you just simply take and you can kind of bend that, and then they just peel off the outer edge, which your weeding tool can actually help with that. So let me get it started here. It's hard to do in the air. Once you get started with this, you'll develop your own system. But you can see here, here's my easy peel edge. And now I'm left, let's see if it'll focus. I'm left with my easy peel sticker. So, stuck to my finger. Here, there's my easy peel. Just pull back the edge of that. Something else that'll make it an easy peel as well is those test cuts, because if you are cutting too deep into your sticker paper, it can affect your peeling success. Here is with the tab, it's a little bit extra work to set up, but we do have the easy peel tab. Again, this one's really tiny, but it's just a 1.5 inch sticker. You could add some text there if you wanted to and set that up as a print and cut. So all of these stickers, I created all of them with different options. So here, I don't really like that one, or that one. I just placed it at the top because to show you that you can place it anywhere you want, but also with the way the page was with all these offsets, it makes it a little bit bigger. So in order to add a tab on there, it was either there or out of its butt. And I didn't think that would look good either. So he has a bubble coming out of his head. But you also have this one down here too. So I hope this has helped to show you how you can create easy peel stickers in 2 ways. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.